Send forth your spirit, spirit of power. Send forth your spirit, Holy Spirit, Lord our God. Send forth your spirit,
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Matthew chapter 10, verses 34 to chapter 11, verse 1. At that time, Jesus said to his apostles, "Don't think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against his mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes will be those of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me. He who receives a prophet because he is a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he who receives a righteous man because he is a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whoever gives to one of these little ones even a cup of cold, that is water, because he is a disciple, truly I say to you, he shall not lose his reward." And when Jesus had finished instructing his 12 disciples, he went on from there to teach and preach in their cities. The Gospel of the Lord. Today, being a Monday of the 15th week, year A, Christ is not coming to us with sweet words as others would expect. No. Christ is coming to us with a bitter dose. A bitter dose not just to make us feel bad, no. Just like any bitter medicine for a cure of a certain disease. That's how it comes to us. Now, it's not easy to understand this gospel today if we don't understand the context into which Christ said this. We know this is the time when the leaders of the Jews had decided that those who converted to Christ were to be regarded as traitors. And so, the results were to be expelled. They were to be expelled from their families and no longer considered members of Israel. Jesus is asking us to place him at the highest level of our esteem. What does he mean? For the people of that time, if they were choosing to remain and not to follow him, to remain in their families and not to follow him, what does that mean? That means they were no longer to be his followers, and they were no longer going to get the reward from him or from his father. He says, "Whoever loves son or daughter more than me, or whoever loves father or mother more than me, does not belong to me." In this way, he proposes to us to let him join us as the presence of God. What do we have to do? The master recommends or receives, and he values our small gestures to help the support of the mission. He did this in trying to prepare his apostles. We are not entitled, we as the followers of Christ, to be always on a slope. No, there are also mountains, like you in a family, like you in the village. Just because you're so faithful to your God, others are seeing you as the enemy. Others are looking at you as someone who is bad. What does Christ have for us? Happy are you who take him as the sole master. Happy are you who follow him as the Lord. Do not forget, he says that if you love your brother and sister more than him, you don't belong to him. What does this mean to us? We, as who support, who continue working day to day for the spread of the word of God, you in your family, you as a religious brother, as a religious sister, as a priest, Christ is telling us to take him as the sole ruler. Follow him as the only way to take you to the right place. There is no way someone can fall into a deep, in a way, when he's looking to see something far. No. You climb to a higher place to see far. You don't climb to a lower place to see far. So, we look for Christ who is higher, and we follow him in all that we do, in the small gestures we do. The Lord be with you.
Holy Spirit of renewal, give us knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and